What?
We know it's not the most exciting place in the world, but we have no shortage of team spirit. And while we're not exactly known for our abilities on the court, we do know a thing or two about developing a franchise. Jack Daniels, the most exciting thing about Lynchburg, Tennessee. For now.
I love these soft pretzel twists.
They're so soft and salty, I like to sample them. That was a tongue twister!
Here's another one. Peter Piper picked a pack of perfect pretzels.
Hold up. Your last name is Piper?
Try a new warm and buttery soft pretzel twist with the Sonic Fruit Fizz. This is how you Sonic.
Speed up with Fios by Frontier. Get 150 megs internet for the price of our 100. With upload speed 7.5 times faster than Spectrum, you can share pictures faster when you switch to a Fios triple play for just $80 a month with no annual contract. Plus, get HBO for 1 year and watch all your favorite movies. Switch today at fiosbyfrontier.com. Speed, it's in our fiber.
After the rush, after the workload, after the feedback, drawbacks, and comebacks, we all go home because it's important to us. So trust Standard Insurance to deliver the security and value you deserve for your car and home insurance. Serving Texans for over 63 years. High-quality service with competitive prices designed to meet your needs. So call Standard. Call Standard today.
Don't delay. Call Standard today.
How you doing today?
I pity you today. You're in big trouble. When you want to talk about legacy,
He's the king.
sorry, Lamar, you're disqualified from even bringing up Michael Jordan.
If I'm building a wide receiver, Julio Jones is the most complete.
How many times do you have to be wrong before you finally say, I give up? Golden State hasn't gotten any better. They just stayed the same. No matter what Dak accomplishes, nobody will give him the credit for it.
That's not true.
There is no greater feeling.
There is no greater history. There is no greater excitement.
Experience. Thrill.
Pageantry.
Patriotism.
There is no greater dream.
There is no greater race
than the Great American Race.
Celebrate the historic 60th Daytona 500. Guarantee your seats at 1-800-PIT-SHOP or Daytona500.com.
It's SMU night at a Mavs game. Log on for tickets and a custom Mavs cap.
Live is driven by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. For trivia question, what former Maverick head coach has his number retired in Boston? The answer is Don. Part of the Celtics dynasty in the 60s and 70s, winning 5 championships. Cedric, you know Nelly well, and Paul Pierce will be having an especially emotional night tonight with his number being retired as well.
Yeah, both of them well-deserved, but Nelly hit the big shot in the finals. But I think with Paul Pierce, a kid growing up in Inglewood, California, wanting to be a Laker, and then all of a sudden he has to switch over to the green. He done a great job of representing himself, the Boston Celtics, well, even when he had the big controversy fight that stayed through the 3. Doc came in and putting his name and his jersey up in the Raptor is well deserved. He's going to be a Hall of Famer soon as his 5-year exit is up. And I got to admit, man, when it comes to Paul, he's always calm until you start mouthing off at him. When you mouth off at Paul, then that's when he just starts lighting up and becomes the truth.
Well, you could probably say the same for Dirk Nowitzki, who will also have his number 41 in the rafters in the not-too-distant future. Wouldn't it be something if down the road Dennis Smith Jr.'s number 1 was also retired? I know that's a long way to get to that point, but right now the Mavs rookie has shown a ton of promise in his first year as a pro, and his potential is sky's the limit, certainly, and you know how excited he is for a matchup tonight with Chris Paul, another Carolina guy.
Well, not only Chris Paul, but the opportunity that D'Antoni's system defensively-wise. They want you to drive. They want you to take the early shot. And you see here, 11.6 assists. He pushed the ball, made aggressive plays, got everybody else open, got them shots. This is going to be a key situation for him. Not only Carolina, the bunch between these two going head-to-head, but this is going to be a good scenario for him learning. He's not going to have a lot of substitutions. He's going to be, if this game is close, he's going to play a lot against Chris Paul, have to learn, have to get get better, this is a film that he's going to take over the summer, watch it over and over again to know how he get better, because Chris Paul, potentially one of the best point guards in the league, and then also James Harden, showing that he probably will be the MVP this year if he continues to do so. He's going to watch this film this summer and really learn a lot from this game.
You saw that tweet as well. We know he's not lacking in competence, but what is it like to have someone of Chris Paul's stature supporting you, giving you props like that?
Yeah, that's huge, especially, Chris has to be, he's a thin line because he has the Players Association being the president, and he also has to battle and try to contend to win a championship. So he doesn't want too much animosity going on between him and the players. But when you join those Carolinas together, this is a player that really understands that he looks at Chris Paul as a kind of a hero, a mentor, and he wants to bring him in and make sure he's well. They may or may not have the same agent. They may be represented by the same shoe company. Who knows why the connection is there? But I've done the same thing with Grant Hill when he came in his rookie year. Allen Iverson, also Keith Van Horn, the same way. You just want to bring these guys in, make them more comfortable, and let them know what's awareness. Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas did it to me. So it's just a point of the big brother reaching down, say, hey, man, you're a part of this fraternity. Come on in, learn as much as you can. Use me as a sponge, either or. I'll answer any questions and get you through the rough parts.
Chris Paul wears a lot of hats, including, of course, Rockets point guard. What an impact he has had in his first season with them. They're 30-6 when he plays. Did you see this working out as well as it has?
I didn't, because Chris Paul and James Harden are guys that want the basketball in their hands all the time. Obviously, Chris Paul has bowed down to the game-winning shots because James has hit so many of those. But I think the person who has the most admiration and also has gotten most reward is Clint Capella. He has been getting lobs after lobs. He's been pushing himself to rebound the basketball. His defensive stops or blocks are getting much better. And I think the system that D'Antoni runs, also having Eric Gordon on the wing, helps him out so much so he can take care of that paint. James Harden, like I said before, he is the front runner for MVP. Chris Paul, when he's not injured, he comes in, plays really well, exceptionally. It's one basketball between the two of them, but they do move the ball around a lot.
Well, and looking at Harden here now, MVP frontrunner by a mile, as we've talked about, and taking it to another level in his last 5 games, averaging 36 points on 51% shooting, over 8 assists, over 5 rebounds. He's been phenomenal, and he already was. Now you wonder, Clint Capella, who's coming off a 20-point, 20-rebound effort Friday night, is he maybe the X factor in all of this for them?
Well, he can. He has, for one, stay healthy. But the most important thing is when he takes the ball to the basket and gets fouled, he's got to knock down free throws. James Harden, I don't know why teams don't try to get the ball out of his hand. He's so effective, not only with his shooting ability and driving, but the way he finds Capella and other players, Gordon that are open, Ariza, all those guys. If you take the ball out of his hands, you may have a little bit more chance of defending the Houston Rockets, but they don't. They try to match up with them one-on-one. When he comes off of screens, it should be a double team there. But the hardest part about this system is the fact that that ball moves with great shooters. And, P.J. Tucker was brought in from Toronto and via the Suns for his defensive presence, but his range has opened up a lot of things, because most of the time the Rockets have had defensive players, they couldn't shoot the threes. Now they have that, and that's probably why they're second in the NBA right now was record-wise.
Certainly a challenge for the Mavericks tonight, going up that team with all those weapons rested. And the Mavs, as we've talked about, in case you're just joining us, are going to have 10 players available tonight because Dirk Nowitzki, Wesley Matthews are not with the team. Same goes for J.J. Barea. So we will certainly get to see a lot of Doug McDermott, no doubt, who the Mavericks saw last night for the first time, and I would say we're intrigued by what they saw and the possibilities of how he might fit in.
Well, his reputation, speaks for itself. They call him McBuckets for a reason, because he can put the ball in the hole, and this is a great opportunity for him to come in the Mavs to show them, the front office, Lil Nelly and everybody, that he can score, he can maneuver within this offense. He can help Rick Carl. Obviously, he's a defensive coach. He can help Rick Carl out on defense as well. So it's going to be a tough challenge for him and the Beard. But we'll see who's going to prevail tonight in Houston.
Mavericks, no doubt, with Harrison Barnes at the helm, will be digging deep against the Houston Rockets. Looking forward to it. We've got tip-off for you coming up next right here on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hi, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
Chevy. The Chevy? Chevy.
Get a total value of over $9,700 on this Silverado Texas edition. Plus, get an additional $1,000 down payment assistance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
And here you have a banh-mi-inspired fried chicken sandwich. You'd never find this at a fast food restaurant. It's a good thing.
Is that right, Martha? Why don't you try my Asian fried chicken sandwich? Made with crispy fried chicken strips, crunchy Asian slaw, and a gochujang mayo, all on a toasted baguette.
Security, get him!
What, you afraid of a little competition?
You want to go to war with me, Jack? Do you really?
Oh my gosh, what? I can't smell. I can't smell. Introducing my food truck-inspired sandwiches, only at Jack in the Box.
This beer has conviction. For us, it's Rocky Mountain water or nothing. Coors Banquet. That's how it's done.
This Valentine's Day, Zales invites you to bring the love. Hurry in by Monday to save 25% off everything. Find the perfect gift as brilliant and stylish as she is. 25% off everything at Zales, the Diamond Store.
Find nearest bakery.
Showing nearby bakeries.
Find party supply store near here.
The 2018 Corolla, loaded with the latest tech and Toyota Safety Sense standard.
I got it all.
Where's my mom?
She wasn't on the list.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a stylish new 2018 Corolla LE. Toyota, let's go places.
In electric cars and 18-wheelers and 737s from LaGuardia, they come. Exiles of snowstorms, expats of income tax, heading south for the stars. They may not know how to two-step, but no doubt they could use a beer.
Let's say goodbye like we said hello, and our friendly come away.
You're gonna like this one. The new mushroom Swiss burger is here at Whataburger.
If you love mushrooms, you're gonna love this burger.
The double cheese, the mushrooms was absolutely amazing.
These mushrooms are beautiful.
It's a really good balance between the mushrooms and the Swiss and that au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
It really complements the mushrooms. Everything just works perfectly together.
It's just perfect. Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger. Here for a limited time.
When the Mavs play at home on Tuesdays, fans always walk away with exclusive Mavs gear. So when the Mavs take on the Kings on Tuesday, fans at the game get this special edition Mavs t-shirt. Tickets start at $10. Go to Mavs.com for details.
Is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are Southwest.
They were both big contributors, Harrison Barnes and Dwight Powell, in a win last night for the Mavericks at home. They'll be starters tonight. Barnes not a surprise, but Powell jumps into the lineup as the Mavericks will have a different-looking starting five tonight, playing the Houston Rockets on the second night of a back-to-back from the Toyota Center on Fox Sports Southwest. With Derek Harper, I'm Mark Followell, and with Dirk and JJ and Wesley Matthews all out tonight, back in Dallas on the second night of a back-to-back and a little banged up, the Mavericks will go with some younger faces in the starting lineup. Dwight Powell will have another chance to start. Yogi Ferrell and the new guy, Doug McDermott, all jump into the lineup, and I think this is something we'll see quite a bit over the final 26 games of the season.
Well, it's simply an opportunity for these new guys. You talked about Dwight Powell, you talked about McDermott, Yogi Ferrell, those guys, they're going to get an opportunity not only to play, but start against a very good basketball team in the Houston Rockets. These guys have been good. Powell all season long has brought the noise in a lot of ways on the basketball court for this team. McDermott showed up last night. I thought played very solid in limited minutes. He'll get more opportunity, and you can't forget Yogi Mania and what he's going to be able to do with guys being out this evening.
So the Houston Rockets, we talked about this, they have a big three, and one member of that big three doesn't get the pub that Harden and Paul does. But since Hart just said it, Clint Capella brought the noise Friday night in a 7th straight win for Houston, a big win over the Nuggets.
Well, think about championship caliber teams. They have 3 guys that they can depend on night in and night out. And the Rockets can depend on James Harden, Chris Paul, but not this guy also. Clint Capella has been really special as a player on the offensive glass, doing a great job policing the paint. 14 points, 11 rebounds a game. Isn't shabby, Mark, as a center in this league at this juncture in his career.
And then he blew up for 23 and 25, and he's the first person ever to accumulate those numbers in less than 30 minutes. It was a big game for him on Friday. Let's see what's going down tonight. Mavs and Rockets here at Toyota Center in Houston. We hope it's anywhere close to as entertaining as what we saw last night. It was a fantastic game, up and down. Great offense for the Mavericks last night against the Lakers, and we'll look back at that right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.
Quarter-pound junior double cheeseburger with crispy golden tots for just $2.99.
Makes me kind of want to do a double take.
Double the beef.
Double the cheese.
Double the smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Get a quarter-pound junior double cheeseburger and tots for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
This is a can't-miss event. Get to Nissan now for big President's Day savings on road with ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane. The technology of tomorrow, available today. Get big savings on our entire lineup now. It's time for an upgrade. Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event for exclusive President's Day offers. Now get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models or save up to $10,260 on select models.
After the rush, after the workload, after the feedback, drawbacks, and comebacks, we all go home because it's important to us. So trust Standard Insurance to deliver the security and value you deserve for your car and home insurance. Serving Texans for over 63 years. High-quality service with competitive prices designed to meet your needs. So call Standard. Call Standard today.
Don't delay, call Standard today.
It's a little spicy. With standard safety features, plenty of cargo space.
That's not hot for you?
No!
And advanced technology. The 2018 RAV4 is ready for any adventure. Right now, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on the adventurous 2018 RAV4 LE. Toyota, let's go places.
Show your school spirit at a Mavs game. Go to Mavs.com/college spirit nights to check out when your school meets up to watch the Mavs. Get discounted tickets and a free custom Mavs cap in your school colors. It's College Spirit Nights with the Mavs. Log on for dates.
Mavericks basketball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Lombardo Custom Apparel, the official apparel provider to the Dallas Mavericks broadcast team. Thank you, Lombardo. And by Jack in the Box. Come try value Jack's Way. Buy fan favorites for $5 or less for a limited time only. Tonight in Houston on Fox Sports Southwest, we have Mavs and Rockets live from Toyota Center. Now, the Rockets are a high-scoring outfit, second in the league in points per game. But the Mavs were a high-scoring outfit against the LA Lakers last night.
Well, they had 32 assists, and those assists led to a lot of open shots for guys like Harrison Barnes. Dirk Nowitzki had a great night, scoring 22 points himself. Dwight Powell on the jam on the inside. McDermott attacked the rim a couple of possessions. There you see Dennis Smith Jr. all the way to the hole with the left hand. Cleveland with the dunk of the night against the Lakers defense. They were spectacular.
It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of energy at American Airlines Center last night, and the Coors Banquet Timeless moment will tell us a little bit of the reason why. The Mavericks, in front of the home crowd, scored 130 points. That's a season high. 32 assists, as Hart noted. That's one off a season best. 52 points in the paint is 14 more than their per-game average this year. Good stuff on offense last night. Let's see what the carryover is tonight for starters like Harrison Barnes, Dennis Smith Jr., and back in the starting five, Dwight Powell. It's the Mavs and Rockets next on Fox Sports Southwest.
Go! Yes! Nice play!
You're still buffering.
Mine too.
What happened?
Hey, Joy, you should let your new pals know that according to a leading independent study, the most awarded network is now best in streaming. I think you just did. You both can get a much better view of the game from the iPhone on Verizon Unlimited.
Thanks.
Hey, Thomas, when's your flight? Someone stole my watch. Hey.
Unlimited is only as good as the network it's on, so get the best unlimited on the most awarded network. And right now, when you buy iPhone 8, you'll get one on us.
DallasTruckWorld.com. Over 200 full-size trucks. Chevrolet, Ford, Dodge, Toyota, and more. DallasTruckWorld.com even has Jeeps and full-size SUVs with trucks starting at $17,900. DallasTruckWorld.com. Mesquite, Rockwall, and Dallas.
This beer is fiercely loyal. Brewed generation after generation, only with Moravian barley. Coors Banquet. That's how it's done.
And here you have a banh mi-inspired fried chicken sandwich. You'd never find this at a fast food restaurant. It's a good thing.
Is that right, Martha? Why don't you try my Asian fried chicken sandwich? Made with crispy fried chicken strips, crunchy Asian slaw, and a gochujang mayo, all on a toasted baguette.
Security, get him!
What, you afraid of a little competition?
You want to go to war with me, Jack? Do you really?
Oh my gosh, what? I can't smell. I can't smell. Introducing my food truck-inspired sandwiches, only at Jack in the Box.
In 5 days,
I give to you a Black Panther.
The world's top critics are raving.
Tell me who's gonna save me from myself.
I am ready.
Rolling Stone calls Black Panther an exhilarating triumph on every level.
How much more are you hiding?
It's revolutionary. You've never seen anything like it in your life.
This ends today.
Black Panther, rated PG-13, everywhere Friday.
Welcome to Sunday night at Toyota Center in Houston as the Mavericks and the Houston Rockets. Their third matchup this year. 2 of Houston's 41 wins have been against Dallas very early in the season and one last month at American Airlines Center. Starting lineups tonight, and it looks a lot different for Dallas with McDermott, Powell, and Yogi all going into the lineup, joining Barnes and Smith with Barea, West, and Dirk all out tonight. For Houston, Paul and Hart in the backcourt, Capella at center, the forwards, Luke Mute, and P.J. Tucker. It's Mavericks basketball on Fox Sports Southwest. Mark Hartman skinned down here. Now we've got one guy who's got his number in the Raptors. We got another guy who forgot his room number at the hotel and tried to go in the wrong room today. And now we've got someone who's going to talk about Doug McDermott starting with Harrison Barnes.
Yes, Followell, I am that guy. In fact, it's such a monumentous occasion that Barnes and McDermott are starting together. It's our Shiner Box Spotlight. When's the last time these two dudes were in the starting lineup together? How about March of 2010 when Barnes and McDermott combined for 40 of Ames's 47 points and a tough defeat of Southeast Polk, guys. I know you guys love that Southeast Polk squad, but Barnes and McDermott won state in March of 2010, and that's the last time they were in the starting lineup together.
53 straight wins they had together. And McDermott did mention yesterday, he talked in the locker room back at American Airlines Center about an hour before the game.
Right.
And he said one thing that, and this is an interesting point, usually when trades happen, and a lot of times these days, multiple players from each team are involved. So at least you got one buddy that you're going with from your old team to your new team to help maybe make things a little bit easier from the adjustment. He said, obviously I'm coming over here by myself, but it makes things easier to have Harrison Barnes here and our background together in terms of being able to adjust. McDermott said Barnes texted him just a few minutes after the trade went down, was announced on Thursday near the deadline.
I would agree with that. I think it's always good to have a presence when you go to a new situation, and obviously those guys really know each other from high school days. So we'll see how it all pans out for them. I'm anxious to see McDermott again this evening.
He has not started very much in his career. Tonight is only his second start of this season and his 11th career start in 240 NBA appearances. Little problem here to get the game started. Clockwise, but now everything is all squared away, and off we go. Mavericks wearing their City Edition uniforms for the 5th time this season. They'll wear them on Tuesday night in the last game before the All-Star break at home against the Kings. Difficult one-legged fadeaway. Off balance, way off balance, and Barnes could not get it to go.
Well, actually, too off balance, Mark, for him to have the proper English on that shot, that particular possession. We're far, far away, I tell you that, being up here.
Yes, sir. In the corner. Far away, the shot, P.J. Tucker.
I watched P.J. Tucker take shots prior to this game, and he made them when they didn't count, so you got to assume he's going to make them when they do.
Well, he's trying to get on track after a down performance last 4 games, shooting only 30% overall as Powell puts Dallas on the board a minute in.
I think Powell is the one guy that will take advantage of this extra minute opportunity and opportunity to go out and flourish on both ends of the floor. He's been spectacular in the starting lineup.
He seems real comfortable out there, Harp. He's just growing as a player. He's really kind of figuring out who he is as an NBA player. It doesn't matter if he starts or comes off.
And getting better by the minute.
He came off the bench last night, but started 4 straight games before that, and his numbers were very good last night. So you've got a 5-game run now as Yogi hits, where Powell's averaged about 14 points, 8 boards, and shot 73%. And with Powell scoring first, and then Yogi following up after the Paul air ball, the Mavs going front by 1 early on.
Talked to Yogi, too. He said he liked every shot that he got last night, 2 for 11 from the field, but obviously didn't affect him on his first attempt here in Houston.
Get your shots and play within the system, and you just
live with it.
Exactly. Keep on moving. There's always going to be another night and another chance for redemption in this league right around the corner, right?
That's the beauty of this league, Paulo.
Caught in the paint. Capella had trouble securing it. Ultimately, he does. And Gediminas Petritis, one of the 3 officials, calls a foul. It's on McDermott. And it's a trip to the line for Clint Capella. 7th in the league in rebounds, 11 a game. 6th in the league in blocks, 1.8 a game. Leading the league in field goal percentage at almost 66%. He makes the first, and we look at tonight's Taco Bell tape, gentlemen.
It's simple, Mark, for me, when you start talking about the Rockets' backcourt. Those guys are probably one of the top 2 backcourts in the NBA, and I think you have to slow them down in some capacity. You give them everything that makes them successful, you're going to have issues against them.
You know, Follow, you just brought up referee Gediminas Petritis. I had a lovely conversation with him before the game.
Oh, really?
A 29-year-old Lithuanian official out here trying to make a name for himself.
Very nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Sounds like you guys really became best buds.
We might have swapped numbers. Got some vacation plans coming up on the All-Star break.
Said he had an interesting conversation with you guys, Mark.
He said, hey, bro, have you ever been to Turks and Caicos? You guys got any plans coming up over the break?
It's all about Grace Beach, right?
Yeah,
Grace
man.
Beach.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, I hear twisted the story. There you go.
That's fun to do that, Harvey. It's the best.
Twisted the story.
Foul called here on Houston. That's on James Harden for his first. And the Rockets' first team foul. 7 in a row won by Houston. This is their 2nd longest winning streak this season. Remember, they had that earlier 14-game winning streak this year. Doug McDermott drives, spins, shoots, can't get it to go. And saved it to Capella.
Yeah, tough shot. Tough time for McDermott. Everybody wants to do the one-legged fade, but it takes a lot of hours in the gym to actually master, to be quite frank with you.
It's often imitated, never duplicated.
That is well said.
Baseline J. Chris Paul, no good. Put back Clint Capella.
You guys think Dirk thought, as he's no doubt watching the game. Hey, Dirk, I know you're watching the game at home right now. As he saw that.
He loves that Dwight Powell jam.
Absolutely.
All the guards have to be able and ready to make that lob pass to Dwight Powell. He rolls extremely hard to the basket and has the elevation and the athleticism to go get it.
Double went to Harden, and he found Capella on the cut into the lane.
thing that you don't appreciate about James Harden is that as much as he scores, he still facilitates and finds open players. Teammates enjoying playing with him this year.
Great vision. Last year averaged 11 assists a game. This year he's second in the league at 9 assists per game. There's Powell catching and scoring from Smith.
How about him benefiting early in this contest from being out on the floor?
It's the Dwight Powell show here in the first 4+ minutes for the Mavs.
It's like a magnet to the basketball. It seems to find him constantly.
Harden is called, or a foul is called on Yogi defending Harden.
You see Yogi swings it. Dennis Smith Jr. right up to the rim to Dwight Powell. Mavericks executing well offensively.
3 assists for Smith, who had 6 dimes last night and is second amongst rookies in assists at nearly 5 per game. To the line, James Harden. And we all know he lives there, although the Mavs haven't put him on the line much this year in 2 games. Only 6 free throws attempted in 2 games against Dallas by James Harden.
Yogi out. Solid. And Wesley Matthews is the cause of that a lot of nights. I mean, Wesley guards this guy straight up every time the Mavericks sees the Houston Rockets and does a fantastic job from that respect.
Let's see if Collinsworth ends up guarding Harden here in a moment, as the Mavs are now, unfortunately, about to be back on defense. Collinsworth just went in for Yogi.
That was a pretty good pass. Doug just didn't see it coming.
Well, didn't have that eye contact, which is what you need when the guy throws you a blind pass like that. I don't think McDermott ever looked at the ball that time until it was too late.
Ironing out the kinks with your new teammates. Part of the process, second game for McDermott. Here's a 3 for Chris Paul and a rebound for Barnes. A lot of rebounds early in the game for Harrison Barnes. He's got 4 of Dallas's 5 rebounds in the opening 5 minutes. And now Barnes looking to get on the scoreboard and does. Missed his first 4 shots, but drains a J over Harden.
That's a really good look. Had a smaller player on him. Got the separation, just knocked it down.
Collinsworth is defending Harden here. Harden trying to penetrate. He does. A kick out. Tucker swung it over to CP3. Once again, it's Collinsworth. Harden gave it up. Paul gets inside. Bob Moute with the layup.
Just that dribble penetration. It's always going to cause problems for you when your defense allows dribble penetration. Hard time on that rotation.
Bob Moute went 5 for 5 Friday night in the win against Denver, scoring 14 points. Houston won that game 130-104. Collinsworth in the lane. Smith finds McDermott. Late clock 3-point try. Slapped up off the glass by Collinsworth, but Houston comes away with it.
You know, Harp, you're talking about a guy making the most of his minutes. Collinsworth is that guy too, man.
I like him.
Does a lot of different things well.
I like him. I like his defensive ability as Capella. With a Euro step in the paint, it looked like.
After catching a pocket pass. It's tough. Smooth move by Capella. He's got 8 points and 4 rebounds early on. A timeout is called with Houston leading Dallas by 4.
Hi, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day. Cool. But you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
Chevy. The Chevy? Chevy.
Get a total value of over $9,700 on this Silverado Texas edition. Plus, get an additional $1,000 down payment assistance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
In electric cars and 18-wheelers and 730